Easy Mandarin Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Easy Mandarin Podcast. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Anna. We are so excited to have you join us on this journey to mastering Mandarin Chinese, one simple step at a time.
Exactly. Our goal here is to make learning Chinese as fun and painless as possible. We'll break down everything from grammar to pronunciation and even throw in some cultural tips along the way.
That's right. So for our very first episode, we're starting at the most logical place, introductions, how to say who you are, where you're from, and how old you are.
The absolute basics. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to have a simple introductory conversation with a native speaker. Ready to get started, Anna?
Let's do it. So the first word you need in any language is hello. In Mandarin Chinese, that's ni hao.
Ni hao. Let's break that down. It's two characters. The first one is ni, which means you. The second is hao, which means good. So literally, you good.
And the key here, as with all of Chinese, is the tones. Nick, can you explain the tones in mi hao?
Of course. So both ni and hao are third tones. The third tone is a falling and then rising tone. Think of your voice dipping down and then coming back up. Ni, hao.
Before we dive into the specific tones of ni hao, maybe we should give our listeners a quick overview of the four main tones in Mandarin. It's really the foundation of pronunciation. Right, but there's a special rule here, isn't there, when you have two third tones in a row?
That's a great idea, Anna. Absolutely. So in Mandarin Chinese, there are four main tones, plus a neutral tone. The first tone is a high, flat sound, like you're singing a high note. For example, the word for mother, ma. Say it with me, ma. Exactly. This is a super important rule. When two third tones are together, the first one changes to a second tone, which is a rising tone. So instead of ni hao, it becomes ni hao. Your voice goes up on the first syllable and then dips and rises on the second. Ni hao.
Exactly. And the second tone is a rising tone, like you're asking a question. For instance, the word for hemp, ma, it goes up, ma. Then the third tone, which we've mentioned, dips down and comes back up, like the word for horse, ma. Finally, the fourth tone is a sharp falling tone, like you're giving a command, the word for to scold, ma. So we have ma, 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 ma. It's crucial to practice these as they completely change the meaning of a word. Let's have our listeners try it. Repeat after me. 你好.
Ni hao.
Great job. Now that you can say hello, let's introduce ourselves. The most common way to say my name is 我叫.
我叫, 我 means I or me, and 叫 means to be called. So I am called, then you just add your name.
Let's look at the tones. 我 is a third tone, that dipping and rising one. 叫 is a fourth tone. The fourth tone is a sharp falling tone. Think of a command like stop, 叫.
So you put it together, 我叫. For example, 我叫 Nick.
我叫 Anna. Now, listeners, it's your turn. Say 我叫 and then your name. We'll leave a little pause for you.
Awesome. So now you can say hello and give your name. But what if you want to ask someone else for their name?
For that, you'd ask, 你叫什么名字?
你叫什么名字? That sounds like a lot, but it's really simple. We already know 你, which is you, and 叫, to be called.
Right. The new words are 什么, which means what, and 名字, which means name. So literally, you called what name?
Let's break down the tones. 你叫什么 is a second tone and then a neutral tone. So it rises and then the m is very light. 什么?
And 名字 is a second tone and then another neutral tone. 名字. So it all comes together as 你叫什么名字?
Let's do a quick role play. I'll start. Anna, 你好.
你好,
我叫 Neat. 你叫什么名字?
我叫安娜. See? A perfect, simple conversation.
Okay, moving on to the next piece of information. Where you're from. The phrase for this is 我来自.
我来自, which means I come from. 我 is I, and 来自 means to come from. Then you just add the name of your country or city.
That's it. Let's give a few examples. For America, you would say 美国.美国.
美国, 美 is a third tone, and 国 is a second tone. The word 国 means country, so you'll see it a lot.
Right. So for me, I would say 我来自美国.我来自美国.
How about for Canada? That would be 加拿大.加拿大.
加拿大.我来自加拿大.
Perfect. And to ask someone where they're from, you say 你来自哪里?
你来自哪里? We know 你来自, you come from. The new word here is 哪里, which means where.
Exactly. Notice the structure is the same as the statement. You just replace the location with the question word where. It's very logical.
Let's practice that question. Repeat after me. 你来自哪里?
Now, let's add that to our role play. Nick, you can ask me this time.
Okay. 你好,我叫 Nick. 你来自哪里?
你好,我叫安娜,我来自加拿大. And you would reply,
我来自美国. Great. We're building a real conversation.
Okay, for our final piece of the introduction puzzle, let's talk about age. Now, a quick cultural note, just like in English, asking someone their age can sometimes be a bit direct, especially with older adults. But among young people and in a learning context, it's very common.
Good point. The phrase is, I am years old. In Chinese, it's 我岁.
我岁. So you say I, then your age, and then the word for years old, which is 岁. That's a fourth tone. 岁.
To do this, we need to know some numbers. Let's quickly count from 1 to 10. Anna, you want to start?
1 is 一, 2 is 二, 3 is 三, 4 is 四, 5 is 五.
And 6 is 六. 7 is 七. 8 is 八. 9 is 九. And 10 is 十.
Numbers in Chinese are very systematic. To say 30, you say 310, which is 三十.
Right. So if I want to say I'm 30 years old, I'd say 我30岁.我30岁.
And to say 28, you say 2108, 28. So for me, I'd say 我28岁.我28岁.
Perfect. Now to ask how old are you, the common way to ask a peer is 你多大?
你多大? Literally, you how big. 多 means how in this context, and 大 means big or old.
Let's practice that question. Repeat. 你多大?
Okay, Nick, it's time. Let's put everything we've learned together into one complete introductory conversation.
The grand finale. I'll start the conversation. Ready?
Ready?
你好,
你好,
我叫 Nick. 你叫什么名字?
我叫安娜,我来自加拿大。你来自哪里?
我来自美国。我30岁。你多大?
我28岁。
And there you have it, a full basic introduction. Let's quickly review the key phrases one more time.
Hello is 你好.
My name is 我叫
What is your name is 你叫什么名字?
I am from is 我来自
Where are you from is 你来自哪里?
I am years old is 我岁
And how old are you is 你多大?
Wow, that was a lot, but hopefully breaking it down piece by piece made it manageable. Your homework is to practice introducing yourself to a friend, a pet, or even just your reflection in the mirror.
Yes, practice is key. That's all the time we have for today's episode of Easy Mandarin Podcast. Join us next time where we'll be talking about pleasantries, like saying thank you, you're welcome, and sorry.
Until then, keep practicing and have fun with it. Goodbye for now.
再见。